Hello and welcome to PVTV. I'm Sierra Reed.
And I am just Steele. One of the main reasons we have the custom of giving and receiving presents at Christmas is to remind us of the presents given to Jesus by the wise men: frankincense, gold, and myrrh. All over the world, families and friends give presents to each other. Most children around the world believe in a Christmas gift bringer. It's often St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, or Father Christmas. But in parts of Germany, they believe that it is the Christ kind. In Spain, they believe it is the wise men. In parts of Italy, they believe it is an old lady called Befana. These presents are also left in different places. In most of Europe, the presents are left in shoes or boots, put out by the children. In Italy, the UK, and the USA, presents are left in stockings, often left hanging by a fireplace. In many countries, presents for friends and family may have been left under the Christmas tree. In the UK, they are often opened on Christmas Day morning with all the family together.
A big part of Christmas is the traditions that it brings. All holidays have different traditions, but Christmas probably has the most. One of the most popular is putting up Christmas lights. This comes from 17th century Germany, where they would light the Christmas tree with small wax candles, and eventually this tradition spread across Eastern Europe. Then came the inclusion of electric Christmas lights, and people began putting them on practically everything. Another popular tradition is hanging the stocking. On Christmas morning, along with the gifts under the tree, the stocking that had been hung over the fireplace or on the wall will also have goodies and candies inside. Other traditions include decorating the Christmas tree, looking at other families' Christmas lights, and going Christmas caroling. We also interviewed some individuals about the subject of Christmas. Here's what they said. Hello, this is Sierra from PVTV News. Today I'm joined by Mr. Hayden, and today we're going to be talking about Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas movie and why?
My favorite Christmas movie would probably have to be the Vacation movie, and I've lost the name all of a sudden, but with Chevy Chase and that, just because it's pretty comical and funny to watch. So.
Oh, what's your favorite Christmas foods?
Favorites, I really have lots of favorite Christmas foods, but probably would be the cookies and cake, and I really like carrot cake for some reason, so that would be some of my favorites. So.
Do you have any traditions? If so, then what are they?
One of our favorite traditions is we usually go out the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we actually have had a live tree for probably about 30-some years now. We actually go out and pick it out, and it gets cut down, and we load it up and take it home and decorate it. So that would be one of my favorite traditions.
What's your favorite thing about Christmas and why?
Favorite thing about Christmas and why would be obviously to give thanks for the good Lord and what He's sacrificed for us, but also to spend time with family and see family that we don't get to see quite often throughout the year.
What's something you can tell us about Christmas?
The year, personally, with family, because it's neat to see young ones, little ones get excited, as I've learned over the years as a parent and now as a grandparent. It's giving. That's the awesome thing. It's neat to give versus receive, and also that the young ones, they really like boxes a lot versus the presents. They like to play inside the boxes, and it's just a neat time of year to see them get all excited and wait to open the presents under the tree.
Thank you, Mr. Hayden.
You're welcome.
This is Sierra from PVTV News, signing off.
This is just Steele from PVTV, and today I have with me Mr. Adams, and we will be discussing over the topic of Christmas. Do you enjoy Christmas?
Generally, I could find things that I like about Christmas and things I don't like about Christmas. There's a little bit of both. I just need to take it with a grain of salt. Not everything about Christmas I like, and not everything about Christmas I don't like.
What do you believe is important about Christmas?
Like every day, I think Christ should be first, and any day that is dedicated to Christ or centered on Him is the way the day should go. So I like the idea that Christmas kind of draws people back to Christ and kind of focuses the time and the season on Him.
What do you do on Christmas?
Not a whole lot for my own family with my own traditions. So what I do on Christmas is I try to be loving and giving to others in their celebration of Christmas. So I give gifts to those I love. I kind of participate in what's expected of me. But as far as coming up with my own traditions, I'm still investigating what Christmas is, where it came from, and what about Christmas is in the Bible.
What is your opinion on the capitalism of Christmas?
All right. So I like capitalism. I think it's helped our country come out of, or I think it's helped us become one of the most prosperous countries in the world. So I like capitalism by itself. As far as seeing the materialism of Christmas, I see an issue with it. That people are more interested in getting things and being needy and just. I'll tell you what. When I was a teenager and I was walking around my subdivision. What really sparked my thinking about Christmas was I saw on the front door of a house, it said, "Dear Santa, I want it all," or "I want everything," and that really got me thinking that even as an atheist, I didn't really, or an agnostic, I didn't really care for Christmas. So I appreciate the gift giving, the loving others, but just focusing on the materialism and thinking that what you get is more important than the person who gave it to you. I think that's kind of a problem.
Are you favorable towards Christmas traditions? If so, what is a tradition your family does on Christmas?
Christmas traditions. I'm favorable toward a couple or a few Christmas traditions. Last year it really hit me. Mr. Leach does an excellent job with his choir, and absolutely loved that they were singing God-glorifying songs and hymns in a public school, and that's like one of the few chances that I got to hear something God-glorifying in a public school. So that Christmas does that and allows me to experience that, I think is wonderful. It's like one of the best things about Christmas. So that's a favorable tradition, just to get people who aren't Christian just kind of more open to experiencing that kind of thing and give God the glory. I think that's wonderful. But as far as, Santa Claus, like, where does that come from? Is that in Scripture? No. So I'm less interested in that. Where does the Christmas tree come from? What kind of pagan roots from the past? Why December 25th? Saturnalia and just different. I think it's fascinating to research, and I'm still researching it year by year. And I plan to have talks with my fiance about what we want to have for our own traditions. But just what kind of traditions you bring into your house, I think you should be mindful of where they came from and what they mean to you. But like I said, I love that I get to hear Christmas music that is glorifying to God. I think that's really cool. And I just want to focus on the Scripture and the traditions that are found in Scripture I want to maintain in my own household, and just be careful about what I bring in. As far as Santa Claus and like lying to my kids, if Scripture is against lying to my kids, I don't want to do that. But just kind of treading carefully about what I want to bring into my household.
Thank you, Mr. Adam. This has been Jesse Steele from PVTV News. Sign off.
Hello, this is Sierra from PVTV News. Today I'm joined by Mr. Schaefer, and today we're going to be talking about Christmas. What's one thing you can tell us about Christmas?
For starters, Christmas is actually celebrated on December 25th, and that's actually was chosen to coincide with the winter solstice. So as cultures and religions and things were blended, one of the things that was very common was to mix traditions and holidays and things to kind of make everybody feel at home, so to speak.
What's a tradition that you enjoy celebrating?
My family, we do a cookie day, right? I have 3 kids. I have an 11-year-old named Bennett, a 7-year-old named Anderson, and a 4-year-old daughter named Gwen, who kind of rules our house with a tiny pink fist. But the kids and my wife and I have a cookie day. We make a bunch of cookies and decorate those, and then we'll take those and some hot chocolate. We drive around town, look at Christmas lights, make a mess, and get all sugared up.
What do you believe is the true meaning of Christmas?
For me, it's all about family. You know, it's just about getting together, telling stories about when I was a kid to my kids and what Christmas was like. One of my all-time favorite days of the year is actually Christmas Eve, the night before. Just kind of the anticipation, the excitement. I remember that as a kid, just being really excited about the next day, and that was almost. I feel more nostalgic about that even than the day of. So it's all about that time with family where everybody's just in a little bit better mood, everybody's a little happier, a little friendlier to each other, and that's what it's really about to me.
Do you decorate your house for Christmas? Why or why not?
Yes, we do. And if it were up to my wife, those decorations would be up right around November 1st, day after Halloween. Halloween decorations come down and they go up. We fend her off for a few months, or a few weeks, I should say, and then we put those up. And again, it's just, as a kid, our house was always decked out. My dad would do like the Clark Griswold, cover the house and lights and everything. So I remember how much as a kid I loved that, and so I try to do that for my kids too. So we have decorations inside and lights all over the outside too.
Do you like to give or receive gifts, and why?
Well, getting gifts is awesome. That's really cool, but I love coming up with just that perfect idea and then seeing somebody's reaction when they know that you spent some time coming up with it, and really thought about it. So, like the idea that I got from my wife, it's a cooking deal. We're going to go to St. Louis and cook together, and they do all the prep work and everything. Really excited about that, and because we have 3 kids, we don't get to spend that much time, just the 2 of us. So, really excited about that. Just seeing her reaction to it, and knowing this is something to look forward to together. So, don't tell her.
Thank you, Mr. Schaefer. This is Sierra from PVTV News, signing off.
If there's one thing that stands out from the rest, it's gift giving. This can cause many people headaches because when they are unable to come up with the right gifts. This year, some of the newest and most popular gifts out there today include AirPods, which are small wireless earphones that connect with your phone, and Amazon Echo, which is an AI assistant to help with tasks of the day. Game systems are always popular, as well as cell phones and the old standby clothes.
Another big thing that comes around Christmas time are the TV specials. They're practically a tradition as well, with almost every big TV show having at least a couple episodes dedicated to the holidays. One of the most notable shows to do with this is Charlie Brown. Christmas specials are no different than regular episodes. They just pertain to or are set in the time of Christmas. Another classic is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It was originally a book by Dr. Seuss, but was later made into a movie. It was a big hit with fans and almost instantly became part of Christmas altogether. Other favorites are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. Here's some interviews about the holidays.
This is Steele from PVTV, and I have with me here today Miss Block, and we'll be talking about Christmas. What is your opinion on Christmas?
Christmas should be spent with family and friends and not so much gifts and money stuff. Just family.
What is it that you like the most about Christmas?
The most I like about Christmas is, besides spending it with family, but I enjoy getting out ornaments from the past, and every time there's an ornament that comes out, it's a new memory or an old memory, and we talk about it and reminisce, and the kids' pictures and the ones they made when they were little and the ones that had their little pictures in it. Just, that's what I like.
Do you like giving or receiving gifts?
Definitely giving.
What is your typical Christmas like?
Typically, we have one on my mom's side and then my husband's mom's side. And so we just get together, and we always have this beef thing at my mom's. It's just really good. It's a tradition that we always have that. And on the other side, we always make soup and have like snacky stuff. So it's kind of 2 different kind of Christmas meals.
What is your favorite Christmas meal?
Probably soup.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This has been Jesse Steele from PVTV News, signing off.
PVTV News. Today I'm joined by Erica, and today we're going to be talking about Christmas. What's a tradition that you and your family does?
We all always get up early on Christmas Day, and we like to find out who has the most presents, and then we'd open them and have a competition to see who got the best ones for some reason.
Oh, what's your take on consumerism?
Personally, I don't know if it's important or not, because I get that you want people to buy your stuff, but I also think, they don't really need it.
Do you open your gifts early? Why or why not?
If I find them early, yes. And because I like to know things. I don't like not being involved in anything.
What do you enjoy most about Christmas and why?
I like it whenever my entire family gets into one room together and like tries their hardest not to fight, because you know how siblings are.
What do you think is most important about Christmas and why?
Definitely family and spending time with the ones you love and just having a beautiful holiday together.
Thank you, Erica. This is Sierra from PVTV News, signing off.
This is Jesse Steele from PVTV News. I am here today with Ms. Buick, and we will be discussing about Christmas. Do you enjoy Christmas?
I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday.
Christmas is a time for family. What's something you do with your family during Christmas?
My children and I like to decorate the tree, kind of put up a few decorations. We don't overly decorate, but just traveling and being with friends and family that are out of state. And that's pretty much it.
Are there any Christmas traditions that you enjoy?
My family really doesn't have any traditions other than just, really no Christmas traditions, just decorating the tree, and we use a lot of the old things that my children have made over the years, so we just kind of like to keep those things on the tree, but we really don't have a lot of family traditions.
What is it that you enjoy the most about Christmas?
I love being with my family, having that quality time with them, celebrating the birth of Jesus, and because that's our main focus when we celebrate Christmas, is focusing on the Christ in Christmas. So that's what we enjoy.
What's your favorite Christmas meal?
Turkey and ham. Big fat turkey, as much as I can get.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Jesse Steele from PVTV. Sign off.
This has been PVTV News. I'm Sierra Reed.
And I'm Jesse Steele. This is PVTV. Sign off. Merry Christmas.